It's a pretty eventful Saturday night in the K. We even got a retro-themed game among 8 other matchups. My name is Andreas Sachenko and you're watching the KHL Update. We begin our journey in Havaro Square. Rivalry game takes place. Amur takes on Admiral. Looking it up from the second, visitors get on the board 8 minutes in. Vladimir Patuza beats you from that slot, top shelf on the short side. That's his first of the season. The Targets get it back late in the period. Mitchie Klopov used the biscuit to Slava Ushen, a quick pass to the back door, and the other Ushen, and that's it. Vladislav scores his 13th goal of the season, and we're at 1. Midway through the third period, Oleg Lee skates to behind the net at high speed, throws it in front to Slava Tovchenko, and Tovchenko puts it home. That's the game-winning goal. Amur beat Admiral in the first minute of the season between the two. 2-1 is your final. We head over to Chelyabinsk now, where Traktor meet Boris again. They played in Astana just 4 days ago, and Boris won it 4-3 in overtime. It's a different story tonight, though. Alexander Chernikov puts Traktor on the board 4 minutes into the second period. He keeps Ivan Vishnevsky shot for his second. Later in the period, Traktor converted on a power play. Nick Balin with a blast for his sixth. Richard Gungel and Smidal with the assists. Early in the third period, Paul Shahur tries to pass it to Richard Gungel in the slot, but the puck goes in off a defenseman. He'll take it. It's 3-0 Traktor now. And finally, late in regulation, Linus Vidal snipes it on the 4-on-3-man advantage, and that's the last goal of the game. Pavel Francouz stops 23 shots for his second shutout of the year, and Traktor take it 4-0 on home ice. We travel to Yekaterinburg now, where Avtombilis defend the ice against Avangard. We pick it up late in the second. Ilor Kirkonov beats Alexander Kucheremenko in the high slot, and Kucheremenko scored his 7th of the year to open up the scoring. With just 30 seconds remaining to play in the period, Francis Perret doubled the lead for Avtombilis. Dwight King and P.A. Parento with the assists. Late in regulation, they seem to put it in a bag. Francis Perret races to the net and scores his 2nd of the game and 10th of the season. 3-0 Avtombilis late in the game. But the Hawks make it a hockey game in no time. With a minute on the clock, Teddy Purcell scores his 2nd of the season from inside. 40 seconds later, Ilya Mikheyev slams it home from the point to bring Avangard back to within 1. But that's as close as they can get in this one. Avtombilis still take 3 points on home ice. 3-2 is your final. And now to Nizhny Novgorod, where Torpedo do battle with Jokerit. Home team strikes early, less than 2 minutes in. Gennady Stolarov scores his 7th of the season as he wins the battle for the puck in the slot. The Jesters bring it back to even 7 minutes later. Niklas Jensen snipes it top shelf on the glove side for his 12th of the season. 6 minutes into the second period, Torpedo get their lead back. Evgeny Mazur gets the puck from Jeffrey Kinraid and scores his 5th of the year from the high slot. Kinraid gets his 2nd assist of the game, and it's 2-1 Torpedo now. But with just 40 seconds remaining to play in the period, Jokerit converted on a power play. Jesse Jonsson is credited with the marker. It's a 2-2 tie after 40 minutes of play. With 2 minutes to go in regulation, Torpedo score a power play goal of their own for the win. Mikhail Grigorov with a blast from on top of the left circle. Torpedo beat Jokerit for the 5th consecutive time on home ice. 3-2 is your final in Nizhny Novgorod tonight. We're now in Minsk, Belarus, where local Dynamo goals have to hit up with another Dynamo, Dynamo Riga. And it's the Latvian team that opens up the scoring in this one. Rookie Frank Rasgal scores his 2nd of the season 5 minutes into the game. Midway through the second period, they double their lead. Lauris Darshan skates to the right circle, shoots, and the puck goes in off Nick Sendrashes. 2-0 Riga. With less than 2 minutes remaining to play in regulation, Minsk get back to within 1. Jack Skillis scores his 7th while Marc-André Granian and Justin Fontaine drop the assists. Home team goes all in and pulls the net matter for the extra attacker, but Indrashin scores his 2nd of the game and 17th of the season on an empty net. That's gonna do it. Dynamo Riga take it 3-1 on the road. How about the retro-themed game now? In Moscow, Spartak faced Slovan, and the theme of the game is the 80s. And they sure score like it's the 80s. 3.5 minutes in, Ryan Stoic feeds wide open Slava Lishenko in front, and Lishenko scores his 8th of the year. Late in the period, Slovan get back even. Simon Depres sends it along the rim, Lukas Korsman throws it to the hash marks, and Colby Ganaway sieves it through Nikita Pispalov. Tie game. Not for long though, with just 23 seconds remaining to play in the period. Captain Dmitry Kalinin takes a shot from the point. It gets deflected and that pulls Jakub Stepanek. 2-1 Spartak after 20. 8 minutes into the second period, Alexander Koklachev sets up Alexander Osipov at the point, and Osipov hammers it home to convert on a power play. Key moment of the game comes late in the period. Andriy Stasny gets 5 in a game for that slash, and Spartak get the most out of it. With 6 seconds left to play in the period, Alexander Osipov blasts another one in. Those were his first and second talents of the year. Slovan replaced Stepanek with Jakub Sedlacek in the cage for the third period, but he's going to be of no help either. Less than a minute in, Lukas Radov completes the passing play to make it 5-1. Less than a minute after that, Slovan are down 2 men and Spartak scored another one. Dmitry Chornyk was his second. 7 minutes later, Evgeny Kulik puts the puck on net from the point, and Ryan Stoic tips it home for his 10th. Spartak leads 7-1 now. Late in regulation, Alexei Pipilayev basically gives a red present to Colby Ganaway behind his own net, and moments later, Pavel Spalitsky makes him pay for that. It's 7-2 now. But just a few seconds later, rookie Ilya Zelaluyev feeds Alexander Kuznetsov in front, and Kuznetsov tips it in for his second. It's 8-2 now. And to top it off, Nikita Pispalov places his bid for the save of the year as he gloves it out from the goal line. It's a nice Spartak won't forget anytime soon, that's for sure. They win the retro-themed game 8-2 on home ice. And there's a few more scores to tell you about. Magnitka beats Sibir 3-2 in the shootout. Matt Allison with an assist and the shootout winner. Pavel Chernov scored 26 seconds into overtime to help Severstal beat Vitis 3-2 on home ice. And finally, Alexander Fitunin and Daniil Tarasov scored for Dynamo Moscow as they beat Teftekinik 2-1 on the road. That's it for the KHL update. Come back tomorrow as we're going to have just one game for you to enjoy. Salavat Ulayev will meet Lokomotiv. My name is Andreas Sachenko. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.